guiding us through the dark. We've got the melody to set us free, singing destiny. We've got the melody to set us free, singing destiny. I'm a hunter, tracks in the snow, and I'm friends with the cold rain and thunder. Frozen in my bones, I'll never get tired of the enemy. Got them both pulled tight in front of me. I'm a hunter, with an arrow in my hand. Hear the shadows follow me over the hills in the evergreen. Trade my soul for a chance to carry on into the wild. Na 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 na. Into the wild. To the wild. Into the wild. Hidden fortress, I'm the attack and there's no going back. Hearing voices calling out my name. Got them path laid out in front of me. Sharp knife, headstrong, no time to think. I'm a huntress, I don't know who I am. Hear the shadows follow me over the hills in the evergreen. Trade my soul for a chance to carry on into the wild. To the wild. Into the wild. Na 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 na. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Into the wild. The shadows follow me over the hills and the evergreen. Trade myself for a chance to carry on into the wild. Won't you say why you're a stranger now? Your eyes escape mine when I sit you down. Don't you feel like we're holding on onto a fairy tale, but the magic's gone? Been months of buffing the bushes and faking the butterflies. Wake up, yeah, I'm kicking the castle down. Ooh, yeah, I think it's time to talk. Ooh, notice. We've been losing touch. Long gone fairy tale. Yeah, we killed the rush. Been months of acting a fiction and staging a baptize. Wake up, yeah, I'm kicking the castle down. Ooh, yeah, I think it's time to talk. Ooh, keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only today. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. And we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. And we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. Young blood made of gold. A mind you can't control. Running wild, can't come down. My head is in the clouds. Gotta keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only today. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. And we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. And we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this.
We didn't negotiate this. Hello, welcome to the rescheduled game of Blue Otter Emerald. Oh my goodness, sorry, I've been casting Premiere, so I'm just gonna say Premiere a bunch, probably by accident. I'm Bongs Kimchi, here with, I'm gonna get the direction right.
Yeah, there
It
you
says
go.
Control Alt Elite, but that is Storm. We're bringing you this game between the Mint Ruchas Roosters, I got it right, and Strawberry Noctis, as we are already into the picks and bans, or just the bans at this moment, of game number 1.
Yeah, this should be a pretty exciting series. I think a lot of people that have been kind of doing the content that we've seen a couple of people posting some unofficial content for BOL Emerald have these teams kind of stacked in the top 4. Both of them kind of playing in this week 1 matchup was really exciting. I think this was supposed to be the original week 1 stream for Blue Otter
That would
League
make a
Emerald,
lot of sense.
but they've rescheduled to today, so we're covering it today because I really wanted to see this one, and Bully agreed to pay us, so we're here. We're excited. Got Mint on blue. First pick, Nico. All right.
Ooh, interesting. As a Nico main and a Nico enjoyer, of course, I don't always love a Nico B1. She's
Yeah.
very good, but I really do prefer to get the ADC first. I think she's a really good supplemental piece, and I'd rather have my ADC secured to know if I can get a good Nico pairing instead of get the Nico, figure out the important part later.
Yes, CODIS I kind of know, or 6-7 is what their officially name is. I refuse to say those words over and over again, so you are CODIS to me. I refuse to say your Fortnite names.
Get
You're
dunked
still
on.
CODIS.
Yeah.
Nico is a big pick for him. I know he's always played it quite a bit. He really likes this. I think it's a pretty safe blind. There's not like a lot of really big like counters to Nico, and it kind of forces your opponent to play. I almost always feel like you want ranged into Nico just because it's so good in the laning phase with those tangle barbs and things like that into other melee supports. this Rakan getting covered is, I guess he's a melee support technically, but he doesn't play like a true melee support, I feel, a lot of the time, so.
Oh, okay. This is an interesting bot lane if things come to fruition here for the Roosters. I'm gonna quote Loki here. You shouldn't play Ezreal if you're below Masters. I kind of agree with that take a little bit.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there as well. Watching casting ADL and seeing some of the people who are master tier on Ezreal, and then watching the people who are like, mid diamond playing Ezreal, there's quite a stark difference. But these are a lot of things of how I thought this was going to go. That Mint is very much the Ruchas Roosters. Oh my god, that is so hard to say. I'm just going to call them Mint from now on. Kimchi.
We're going to get it down.
Yeah.
We'll nail it.
But Mint definitely have like a pretty aggressive bot lane pairing. From what I've seen, that Moaxia plays like Draven, Samira, Korkia are his top 3 ADCs. So
okay.
The Ezreal's like a little bit like not as high prio, I think, for them, but like I'm expecting them to play kind of this style. Aatrox here, I don't know if this is really a flex. I don't know how much Jake has in his jungle pool. He is the jungler on this team and is, I believe, right? Jake is on... Yes. Yeah. We'll show them all, aka Jake is the jungler for this team, former ADC player.
Yeah, I was going to say, I know this guy is like the god of BOL Premier last season.
Yeah, he's played ADC for like, I don't know, 5 years or something like that.
So weird.
But he is jungling on this team. I know he's like kind of switched that in solo queue, but mostly from what I've seen from him is like playing a lot more like tank junglers and things like that. So I don't know if this Aatrox is a flex or if it's just straight up going up in the top lane.
This could be a flex. I love watching Shen. I hate playing against him. He's so broken right now. Still,
yeah.
He's also become really good in the jungle. He's annoying to deal with in the top lane. You just kind of leave him there. He gets a Hydra. He gets his either Heartsteel or Warmogs and becomes unkillable at like 2 items. It's really stupid unfair, honestly, but I don't think Sion's an answer into it. If this is Shen top, it could really be a jungle pick still.
Yeah, I feel like you're just kind of flexing whichever ones you want. Your team kind of does need a front line if you're playing this Nico Ezreal, but I feel like you need some like pretty big AP damage still here. Like you have some pretty good engage.
It's APS, watch.
Oh, okay, right.
They just brought it back this patch. Ignore that it would be better in mid lane.
I forgot that the AP Ezreal's back.
Oh,
but
well, no, it's AD Ezreal.
Yeah.
It's AD Ez. It's fun while it lasted.
But I think Strawberry has a lot of really good picks for them. They have the Rakan kind of ball delivery with Ori. They have Shen to make sure that he can survive trying to deliver the ball. You have Sivir to be an incredibly safe backline ADC to kind of go into these team fights.
Ooh.
Nocturne.
That's
Ori.
You mentioned Rakan ball delivery. This is like the OG ball delivery system. You put a Nocturne. You just put on Nocturne, have him ult into the entire enemy team, see what happens. There's fun things, and you have super great follow-up on it too. Shen, Rakan, incredible to pair with the Nocturne. Just if anyone ever tries to jump him, Shen ulti on top of him, Rakan ulti with a W forwards. It's so hard to actually remove Nocturne when he has a like 700 health bonus shield on top of his regular, very small health bar.
Yeah, so my kind of wonder is this the dive going all onto Syndra, right? Like, it's Ezreal you're trying to dive onto with your Nocturne.
You can't dive that guy.
Yeah, exactly, right? It feels really hard, so I feel like it's going to be mostly, Nocturne pressing R and trying to get stuff onto Watercat or Aquafelis, trying to get onto them with Strawberry. I'm kind of a little worried about their comp in some ways that, like, while I do think their, like, snap engage is really good and things like that, I just feel like if the team fights drag out, you have so much additional value from things like this Aatrox, who should have, like, a lot of people fairly on top of him. Like, it's pretty obvious who's getting ulted by the combo and comp, right? And then you just position Aatrox. Hopefully he doesn't just die to the combo. I guess he's also a pretty valid target as well, but I feel like this is a pretty big game that it's like, if Mint is going to win, it's going to be off the back of this Ezreal and Moaxia, because they have a really, really good game, I feel like, in a lot of ways, and I don't know if the rest of this Mint team is going to have a good time into the Strawberry draft. I'm kind of leaning towards the Strawberry draft. I think they have a lot of utility and things that I like. They're pretty light on CC. It's kind of just like Rakan and the ults, and, they have, like, Shen taunt, but I think I'm still liking the Strawberry draft. What about you, Kimchi? You got a favorite?
I'm definitely leaning towards Strawberry as well. You mentioned that if they don't get someone with the Orianna Nocturne combo, still Sivir is like the ultimate insurance champion ever. Just everyone is like, oh, what do we need? We're drafting a super burst comp. We need a team fighting late game champ. Oh, Sivir. Sivir's in the draft. We're just gonna take her. She'll throw a bajillion boomerang blades and 1,000 ricochets, and we'll see what happens. And there's the insulation for it. Like, even if they don't get something with the initial combo, Rakan and Shen are insanely tanky, and Orianna is secretly really good at not just consistent DPS with WQ or with QWs, but also can keep the Sivir alive a little bit, or keep the Shen alive more likely with the bonus, with the shielding and the bonus armor and magic resist on the E, which no one really thinks about because it's kind of a small amount, but it matters in the long run. It's just, who's getting on this Sivir? It's so hard to get onto this Sivir, actually. You're not going to get a Scion ult onto her. You need to burn the spell shield to either get an Aatrox, like a Miracle Aatrox Q, or a Syndra QE onto her. It's so difficult. Maybe you full send your Nico, but you're losing your Nico. Like, you will get the stun onto a Sivir, and your Nico will go boom, and then you're 4v5ing. And if you don't follow up on it, it's kind of just GG. You can't really win a team fight without a Miracle Ezreal pop-off.
Yeah, so that's kind of the other thing I wanted to get into is like definitely like team fights. I think the Strawberry team's favored, but one of the big things I've been trying to get into more in casting is like identifying winning lanes, because it's so important to make sure that you have at least one side of your team that's winning. So I think it's fair to say Syndra should be Ori in the mid lane. That's always been kind of a classic counter pick. It's not like, you know, oh, Syndra's supposed to smash this lane, but you definitely generally at range Ori, you can play a little bit safer and things like that as well. So I think you have a winning lane in mid, but I don't know about Sion and Shen. That's a matchup where I feel like there's a lot of opportunities for Shen to really screw with Sion's day, but it is the other thing. You can't really interrupt the decimating smash, right? Unless you're really timing it. It's really hard for Shen to get out of that Sion queue. So I feel like top lane should be mostly a skill matchup, and bot lane, I feel like Ezreal Nico should have the push. So I'm kind of thinking Mint should have a winning early game, but what's your thing? Do you think they got a win somewhere, that like Strawberry has a win somewhere, or early game should be Mint's?
I think bot lane's a bit more neutral, just because Sivir eventually will neutralize that push. Once Ezreal, even though they definitely lose the early push, it's too expensive for Sivir to maintain. But after one base, probably an Essence Reaver, or even honestly just a bunch of random stats to allow you to not rely so heavily on your spells, Sivir can try to neutralize it. But I think the thing you didn't touch on is jungle.
Yeah,
Mint are going to have such a better position. Obviously, Nocturne, very famously bad pre-6 ganker because he just kind of runs at you and hopes you don't run away from him. Aatrox actually has the ability to lock down opponents and into a very immobile comp as well. Like, Shen and Rakan are really the only ones that can do anything to dodge. You're not really going to be targeting the Shen in this matchup. You're kind of just going to let Sion do whatever he wants. If you lose a tank v tank matchup, no one's really going to care because you're just going to run into the enemy team anyways. If they can get something off of this Orianna and get this Syndra accelerated, allow Watercat to leave this very just, I'm going to keep 1v1ing you laning phase and go make an impact on this bot lane, they can get this Ezreal accelerated, free Nico from just constantly having to babysit. And that's kind of where I'm thinking it's going to be, is we're going to, I believe it is Jake, we mentioned that. God. Yeah, it's going to have to be Jake in his new role, making a big difference for the Roosters to get into this mid-game safely and ahead, hopefully.
Yeah, because I think we definitely both feel that Strawberry should win if this game goes late, but towards mid-game, I think there's definitely a chance for this Mint Ruchas Roosters team.
Oof,
we got there almost.
Who came up with this name? It's a good name, but oh boy, is it a tongue twister sometimes.
Yeah, but yeah, the Roosters, I think they should have the mid-game spike. I'm kind of expecting them to get the first dragon of the game, and I'm hoping they're going to be able to take this mid-game spike and make a game out of this. Otherwise, I think if they're not able to get any sort of early lead, it's going to be Strawberry taking this one.
This might be a runaway, yeah. If we don't get that good mid-game, this should, in theory, be a runaway win. But we have seen Anything can happen at this elo. Does not matter. Any team can make a mistake. Honestly, I've watched enough LEC to know that mid game isn't real. No one cares about mid game. It's just whoever wins a 5v5 later on.
Yeah, true. Just win to the third dragon fight and win the game. It's that easy, folks.
So easy. Get their Drake, get Baron, end game.
Yeah. But I think that's it from both of us. We're just going to send it here to a quick break while we get over the Spectolate. Let's see who's going to be able to win. Is it Strawberry Noctis with their team fighting, kind of AoE, very much tanks-oriented comp with the Ori Nocturne Wombo Burst, or is it going to be this Mint team with their Ruchas Roosters and their solid front line and real mid-game spike? Don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes.
Keep us alive. Now can see as we're drifting apart. I can't believe how it all turned dark. Bring me to life, bring me the light, 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 bring me the light.
And we are back. It is time to actually get into game number 1. You guys missed the pause. We always have pauses, I swear. It's just like the tradition. It's a rite of passage for casting any unofficial league. Actually, no, even tier 1 leagues. You got to have a pause.
Yeah. And reminder, we're on this new patch, right? That
Oh yeah,
I
new
don't.
patch. Oh,
Yeah,
looking
this
at
was.
no new keystones. Boo.
Yeah, but we got the new items that Doran's bow in Sivir's inventory. The
Sivir loves it. 1% Omnivamp. Yeah, 1.5 Omnivamp with
Oh,
the 15% attack speed and 6 AD instead of the 10 AD you normally get from the blade. So less
yeah,
healing, but it's
and
way more in a couple ADC's wheelhouses.
no HP either, right? So it
No
should make
HP.
your
They
early game
said
a lot weaker.
less tanky. They say it's
Yeah.
the high risk, high reward item if you believe you could trade really good.
Looks like it's
Unfortunately,
not the greatest.
yeah,
Can't.
Ezreal is going to outtrade you for quite a while. They do have the Gleaming Quill, so they can recover a little bit of the HP, and they will also be able to hit the wave, obviously, to get a very, again, 1.5% Omnivamp. Very small. As we're already chugging potions, that's not a good sign.
Oh, you get 2 potions though with it. It
It
looks
is
like.
400 as opposed to 450.
Yeah. Okay.
So there is a little trade. You get a little HP in theory with having an extra potion compared to lower Omnivamp compared to Blade though. So you better hit minions really hard, which is not the case here. You can see 10 to 4 already as this slow push is really grinding down the XP on the side of Strawberry Noctis.
Yeah, and we can see both junglers also pathing different ways this game. Prim starting on the bot side of the map, going up towards this top side, just kind of going, well, you guys are playing a wave clear, you're playing Sivir, you should be fine down here. I'm going to go make sure that I can
I
impact the
don't know
top
if they're
side.
fine.
Yeah, I
Luckless
don't think.
is
Yeah, I think they're
Luckless.
going to get dove by Jake here. He is full clearing right now on this Aatrox, but they should have a clear scuttle camp into bot lane dive opportunity here. They are so low. It should be so easy. Loveless does have the heal and is running the spell book, but you can't unlock that spell for another. I think it's 4 minutes or something like that. It's six
Yes, till
minutes or
6 minutes for first
Yeah.
switch. But Watercat, this is kind of Watercat's like signature champion when I think about it. And
Oh.
they are currently losing to Soul of Ghost as P-Dog and his spot are just throwing hands, trading grasp stacks. This is top lane. Yep, hitting each other 50 times to do maybe 12 to maybe do 500 damage to your opponent on a good day. I love it. It's so funny.
Yeah, and Spectator Cam certainly loves it as well. We're probably going to see lots of that top lane matchup of watching P-Dog and Espada hit each other.
Oh,
There's
perfectly
a nice cancel.
Ooh, W force. That's actually really good for Espada. It's like that's literally all the tech right there. It's can you time your Qs and can you cancel? Can you burden the W so you get an extra grasp stack out?
Yeah, we do see here is
Flash E gonna go out there and not even gonna get anything. They still haven't burned the heal, so I mean they're gonna get the XP obviously and the gold advantage, but it doesn't really matter as you see Jake up there not going to be able to go for the dive. Gets the ward down on the Gromp, which is coming back up for Prim, so they will spot out to the enemy jungler, but no heal, no barrier burned, no sums burned at all actually on the side of Strawberry, so we're just kind of losing control of this bot lane as it's rebounding.
Yeah, I mean, we have a pretty big CS lead here. You can see
good.
it's a waves stacked up lead from Alexia. That's kind of the only real CS lead in the game. I feel like there is a little bit of a lead here for Soul of Ghost as well. They have, that 9 CS lead or so here, but it is bouncing back a little bit on this wave, so Watercat should be able to pick up a lot of this, kind of close that gap to just that one wave mark. I'm kind of surprised this early game's been as quiet as it was. It's probably not a good sign here if you're a side of Mint that your early game has been this quiet. I feel like you wanted to see something more coming up from Axia, but pre 5 minutes of 2015 CS lead, that's a pretty good start already. So I guess they shouldn't be too upset.
But they should also be Cole first back for domination, so they will get some of this value back eventually. And
oh wow,
it is gonna be Cole. Yeah, that's the standard
yeah.
Sever. You're like, I'm taking this to 300 CS. You know what's up already. But you're not really winning in mid lane. You're actively losing in mid lane. Your Aatrox hasn't been busy as there's the taunt connecting onto Espada. P-Dog leveling up to level 6 doesn't really do anything for him. It's about... Yeah, it's a really useless ultimate to have in this situation.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those random like tech things of are you Shen and do you take that extra point in Q and save the point for your ult until someone needs it? I don't always rank it up. Sometimes you just take something else.
In this situation, in pro, not even in pro, in any like organized situation, the answer is no, especially when you have Nocturne, meaning you can engage pretty much anywhere on the map for most of the time, like anytime you want to. So it's just way better to take it. In solo queue, the answer is do you like your jungle? Or are you winning lane?
But yeah, Loveless taking a lot of punishment here from Waxia. Got kind of the dream Ezreal back. You got Sheen and you got a tier as well, so you can stack that up. But Jake here getting the first dragon. That's pretty big.
Surprise.
Yeah, we'd kind of called that out early that you do have mostly pushing lanes for your side. I think it's really interesting.
Oh, disrespect from Loveless. Just not gonna battle dance, not gonna heal or flash, and it's just gonna cost them first blood. And well, the Cull is pretty much completely offset in any future sense now. 400 extra gold going over to Monoxia on this Ezreal.
Yeah, should be a big carry here. Has a lot of ability and has a lot of frontline in some ways with this Sion on his team to be able to stand in front.
Oh, we teleported? Oh no. We teleported Loveless. As there's the jump in actually with the paranoia just ticking up to 6. Not going to get the fear, but I don't think it would have been enough. Loveless way too behind the play there to really realistically have a chance of getting rid of the Nico.
Yeah, and I think it's kind of odd. Espada bought a cult in this top lane.
He's saying this is going to take a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, super synergizes with Sion, obviously. Soul Furnace, getting that extra HP per unit killed, not even minion. So, could be synergy. You are down 11 CS, so you're like, I'm definitely taking this as long as possible, especially with the Tiamat and soon-to-be Titanic Hydra coming in. You're just going to start losing these trades, and Espada is getting torn apart, as you can see, with just one auto reset available.
Yeah, Shen, definitely an interesting champion. Probably going to go towards this Dusk and Dawn, which I believe also got a little bit of a minor rework as well.
Yes.
Right? Gives you that extra heal now, giving you that Divine Sunder-like effect. I hate that item. I hope it never gets brought back to the game. And
I can't wait for them to remove it at the end of the season.
Yeah, exactly.
Watercat going to find the solo kill, gets through the shield just barely, and that is that's why it's their signature champion. They're really good at it.
Yeah, definitely a lot. You can see they popped that adaptive force potion as well there, taking that with that first strike money. Just needed all that damage. It's going to be big for them. Gets that solo kill. Is going to be able to finish pushing this wave out, take their reset at an optimal time. Forces Solo Ghost to get a pretty bad item buy here. Kind of force them to stop going towards that first item, get started on those Merc Treads. Faded Ashes now picked up as well for Watercat.
So we're going for
Blackfire Torch.
Torch. Yes. Unless they want to go Mask for some reason, which is not a great idea. As nice airborne with the battle dance, but just not really able to follow up on it at the moment. So we're just kind of in this bad position now. Strawberry, we're face checking. Loveless able to get away just in time with the battle dance, or not the battle dance, grand entrance, grand exit. But Strawberry Noctis kind of having their worst case scenario come true. Nocturne still, the first ult didn't pay off, so you're kind of just losing tempo permanently now. To an extent, they will be able to grab the Grubbies, everyone's favorite consolation prize, now that they kind of suck. But that's really, that's all you're getting.
I'm kind of a fan of grubs because just for the fact that you get them for plates the entire game. But dragons are just so powerful that you definitely want those. We can see in 90 seconds here there's going to be this infernal drake spawning. I don't know if there's a lot that you
They
can
can.
do. Prim
They're gonna
could look
steal.
for a dive
Thievery.
here.
Probably shouldn't. They do know that the Aatrox is up here, but they're going to turn the lights out and they're going to jump in as there's the flash coming through. P-Dog is going to tank quite a bit from the turret, and Prim going to be able to dodge away from the infernal chains, but forced to flash away from the Q3 as the World Ender is popped by We'll Show Them All. Flash for flash there, I guess. 2 for 1 on flashes, but that is kind of a win. I guess expands the Shen's gold lead more, but you're also down 31 CS in bot lane.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
Oh, that was a
nice
big
save
pullback.
there from Loveless as Watercat going to be forced to flash from the revenge play, actually. Very good response from Strawberry Noctis, but it probably is not of equal exchange, unfortunately.
Yeah, we can see Stridebreaker's not finished here for Prim. Isn't going to have this for this dragon fight that's just 30 seconds away. So I don't know if Strawberry Noctis is going to look for this fight. It is kind of that worry of once you give over 2 Drakes, that's starting to be kind of like that's a big, big CS lead that's going over. But Trinity Force Ezreal, your Jake.
Already.
Yeah,
Holy.
Jake also has his Sundered Sky done, and you don't have your Stridebreaker. Like, you guys are down so many items that I don't think this is a fight you should take.
It's a fight they can't take, really. They have the first component of Essence Reaver, as P-Dog's actually pushed here under his tower. Might get dove, possibly, as there's the barrier popped by Manaxia. Domination just doesn't have any damage against this Triforce Ezreal. P-Dog getting dove, has the W to get away to safety, and it's double sums burn. Domination getting away with like 100 HP maybe, if they're lucky. They will be able to take the reset, but it is the dragon going the way of Mint Ruchas Roosters.
Nice. Got the name there.
I had to check to see. I had to make sure. As kind of greeting for it. They don't have True Shot Barrage yet. Won't be able to get this kill.
Okay, so
Okay, survival.
Rake of our game is a mountain dragon as well this game. Probably not the biggest deal, I think, in most cases here. You know, Scion is really going to love that, but not a lot of other people in this game going to be kind of stacking resistances. Shen's a lot more kind of bruiser item focused, like
This is
fighter
the strat.
items.
They knew.
Yeah.
They knew it was going to be 4 Mountain Drakes, so they're going to make an unkillable Shen. They knew.
Ah, okay. That's what you're
It's
saying.
all part of the strat. It's totally intentional. As Shockwave connects onto Watercat, but is the damage there? In return, Prim jumping in with the paranoia will trade in response, actually successfully surviving for now, as there's the Shending help coming through. We'll show them all. Get him real nice and low there. Holy cow, taking a lot from the Q, but will be able to get away with just enough HP to not be dove.
Yeah, so there's something back. You got at least 1 kill for yourselves there. It kind of sucks. You know, Watercat did go down, but it felt like you burned a lot for that kill in some ways that, you know, you do have Watercat's flash coming back up. I believe that should be back up for this next Drake that's going to be here in 3 minutes. Moaxia still has his flash, you know, 6-7, or Codis still has his sums down here towards the bot lane. Yeah.
He got you.
I'm a fool. But yeah, so there's just so much safety still for this Ezreal. So it's going to be really, I feel like it's really on Prim and Solgos. Like, can they make some sort of pressure play and get something? Because Waxia's gotten so much gold here.
Not really.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not really an answer available at all. We're still working on Essence Reaver. It's a slow day in the office as it's 38 CS ahead for Manaxia. This is a sign you're gonna have to stall this game out for quite some time if you are Strawberry Noctis, if you want this server to ever become relevant.
Yeah, and it's kind of this thing of the tank battle, and how it works is the push. If you have the push, you're winning the tank battle. That's basically how it works. So we can see Shen under his turret is currently losing this matchup. Despite having a 15 CS lead, he doesn't have the priority right now. He doesn't have his ult available to him, whereas the spot it does. He can probably join fights easier. Prim not dinging over to level 11. Don't think he should be by the time this dragon. He might be, have that rank 2 of the paranoia for this dragon fight. But that's kind of the things we need to spike on and play for is what are we going to be able to get? Because you cannot give over third Drake to this team. It just means you're at that point of the game is over whenever the next dragon comes up. So I feel like this third dragon, you have to fight for it. It's 2 minutes away, and I'm not sure
Oh,
what Noctis is
Loveless
going to do.
looking for an engage here, as there's the jump away from the ball delivery system, as here comes the Scion. Prim is way out in Narnia, has to flash away to safety, but the Q3 flash will follow him and will show them all, sends Nocturne back to the Nightmare Realm. And there is no response. P-Dog still just a couple seconds off, a perfectly timed play there, actually, given the Stand United timer for Mint Ruchas.
Yeah, gets some plates for himself, those grubs helping out on that front, but that was a fantastic play from them. Malaxia with an incredible flash there, I think it's fair to say. That was like pixel perfect timing. It was still the Ori Nocturne kind of combo of you do it like ahead of time, so your enemy generally can't react to it, but just really well played from Malaxia, being able to just react as soon as the paranoia went down, knew it was on him, and knew he had to flash or he's going to get caught up on that shockwave.
And just the perfect response. It drags Prim in so deep with no actual follow-up. Like, Loveless pops the ulti, but he's rooted. For, like, the first half of it. Just can't do anything with it, and just has to wait for Prim to go in, and is permanently playing catch-up. And so there's no engage. Prim is all alone, gets caught out, and there's just not enough damage to really brute force a fight win, potentially.
Yeah, and we can see the first spellbook change that I've really noticed from Loveless here has Ghost. Not really the most impactful thing as well. Maybe I was thinking you could go for double smite and try and look for something where you go over the wall with Prim and look for a steal angle or something that way. But 10
Maybe something
seconds.
Prim
Dragons gonna be this focus. We got the full 4v4. P-Dog just beating up on a spot a little bit.
So much. Holy cow, Shen is so strong. This may be an MR focused Scion, but look at just how much damage. This is a Titanic Hydra only. And he's just putting the boots to this guy's ass right now, and it's crazy. Oh yeah, and Drake started, but are they gonna full send? They have the Paranoia available now, as there's the stun coming through. Prim already chunked down. That's a Storm Raiders moment, but not running it, unfortunately, is... We'll just get rid of the Blast Cone. Prim, there's no chance they go for this. It's just gonna be a 3 Drake opening sweep for the side of the Roosters.
Yeah, and my thought is, how are you going to continue to drag this out against Mountain Soul? It's going to just give Scion and Aatrox just the way that they can just force on top of you. Sivir wave clear and Ori wave clear, sure, it's really good, but Nocturne needs farm to be useful. It's not like this guy is going to be able to provide CC or anything like that. You have to keep getting farm as Nocturne to be a threat on towards people in the backline like Moxia and Watercat, so... Hopefully they're able to, burn a flash within these next couple of minutes here so that there isn't flash up for Watercat. I think that's who I'd be looking to attack here is try and get something done on Watercat and make sure that he is vulnerable. And in this dragon fight, you have someone clear to focus because, burning Ezreal's flash that's currently down, you can look to force on him and maybe get this shutdown, but I don't think it's good enough. I think you have to have a huge win and a clear target for your next dragon fight.
It's just... I mean, that's 4 minutes from now. Who's to say we don't get a T1 Baron with how this game is going? They have more than enough damage to do it. It's just a matter of getting the push and the pressure to do it on the side of Mint. And they might be able to. Like, this is a very not bloody game. It's slow-paced. It's exactly what they wanted to an extent. Mostly because they just kind of won this bot lane for free.
Yep, and almost at our Muramana point here is Malaxia. Also got that lifesteal in his inventory. Believe that is the Endless Hunger being built third. That's kind of the new Ezreal item.
Ooh, that would be interesting. I have barely seen this item because it was not that great.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Ezreal's like the only champion who builds it.
I've still seen him prefer like Thirster or Ravenous.
Okay.
At least as far as I see. Or they're just foregoing... Prim is dead. That's just not the fate. Maybe
Gen
the Stand
ult?
United keeps him alive, as here comes the ball delivery system, but a 3-man Pop Blossom is the damage there in response, as Domination going to
Domination's
find the
getting so many
kill
boomerangs.
onto Cody. Ooh. But there's the jump in from the Unstoppable Onslaught. Maybe there's a revenge play. The Shockwave finds 2. There goes, we'll show them all. Espada going to have to go into zombie mode. No, staying alive actually for quite some time, but Loveless is out of this fight. Prim is just chasing down, and the Unleashed Power gets rid of the Nocturne. Flash finds both Watercat and Espada as the zombie form is forced, and on the backline, Soul just chasing an Ezreal. You can't chase like that. You're never going to find him. And it's something, but they still kind of lose. It's a 2 for 2. Even trade in theory.
3 for 2, right? Codis also died as the Nico.
Did Codis? Oh, yeah, Codis died at the start of that play. Holy cow. That's how long the play went. Codis is alive again.
Yeah. Just Nico things. But yeah, that's kind of the plays that you need to kind of get some chaos in this game. That's a good look from Strawberry Noctis. We can see those team fights, those domination, all those bouncing blades doing so much work in that kind of little corridor that we're fighting around. That's kind of why we were so favoring this team comp, I think, both of us, for Noctis. Is if Sivir can get these items and get big and online, should be a really big win for them. They are just sitting on these tier 1 boots. You can see hasn't even upgraded those. Hasn't even gotten towards one of the big damage accelerants either. Doesn't have their IEs. Yeah, just doesn't have the econ right now.
Codis should be able to walk safely back, but there's Loveless with a nice engage, but it might be a little too early. They will get the World Ender out at least, and the Unstoppable Onslaught.
Yeah, those are some really big ults down, but I really don't like where Soul is right now. It's a minute till this dragon, and you're just pushing top lane. You don't have TP.
Doesn't have teleport. Yeah, no teleport. Your Shen is Shen, and actually has teleport up anyway, so
he should be up
probably,
there, right?
Yeah, it's kind of too late to flip those lane assignments, though, at this point.
Yeah,
by the time P-Dog resets and runs to top lane, he's just going to teleport back down, so they're going to just have to let Watercat free push this.
Yeah, but worth mentioning, Watercat doesn't have teleport either, right? So probably shouldn't be up there as well. Probably going to start coming down after he clears this wave out, I would imagine. Yeah, you can see him wandering down on the mid lane. Make sure Moaxia is safe. I think Moaxia... Is that a Hextech alternator in his inventory? Are we building Gunblade?
Yes, that is Gunblade.
Okay.
Interesting.
I mean, we did have those AP Ezreal buffs, right? So AP is a better Ezreal stat.
And Gunblade is a hybrid item still.
Yeah.
So he does actually get to utilize both sides of it. Very few champions do get that efficiently. Get to use that. There's like Cat and Akali, and I think that's it. Is Loveless caught out. Will be able to battle dance out to safety. Doesn't quite have the quickness yet. Jump in and force an engage. They're trying to find Codis right now and keep him away because they know that one Nico ult can just turn this whole team fight into a foregone conclusion. Hey,
yeah,
this is a risky start.
Yeah, I mean, they have the ult combo, and there's no flash on Moaxia.
Codis finds all 5 of them! Are you kidding me? They didn't do any due diligence. They just started the dragon, and they're gonna pay the ultimate price. It's a triple for Watercat. They can't even find a kill in response. A quad for Watercat on the back of Codis' beautiful flank. And that's gonna be Drake's soul, and that might be all that they need to end it.
Yeah, Drake, Baron as well, probably here. You have a Espada to tank it up. That should be the straw that breaks the camel's back. There's no way I think that Strawberry's going to be able to live through this Baron and wait this 5 minutes out to try and go for an Elder flip. It just feels too much. There's way too little that Sivir can do. We just don't have the economy. And same with Soul, right? They're on just one and a half. They haven't finished their second item yet, whereas Watercat is 2 items, hasn't had his reset yet. See that Seeker's almost at 3 items before the second item.
Now at
3 items. Yeah. Oh man.
This is getting ugly.
Yeah.
It's just too little too late now. You can't really stall this game out. Soul's already gone. Baron just got taken and won't be on the Rift for 6 more minutes. Like, you're going to lose a lot of jungle availability soon once they get these waves pushed in. Nocturne's not going to be able to farm. you're going to be stuck catching waves when you're already behind, and that's not the game you want to be playing if you're this
Yeah, and
Nocturne Orianna comp.
P-Dog is pretty far forward here. There's the pings. Look at
Oh
the team
no.
rotate onto the Shen, who's a little bit too far forward.
Is about to have flash, but it might just not be up in time as there's the jump in. Minoxie, a nice stun with the scatter the weekend will show them all. Takes that one to go to a high stat line. And this should just be the death march right now for Mint Ruchas Roosters.
Yeah, just run it down bot lane. You have this wave here. Espada does have a wave pushing here in mid lane as well. Can just ignore domination and go and hit this tower in the ADC's face. That's not something you want to see at 25 minutes into the game.
Only 25 minutes. Wow. We barely made it to old Baron spawn, or last season Baron spawn, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
goodbye, Soul. Flash away. Didn't
Yo,
actually
from
pop the
Wobbless.
Unleashed.
Yeah.
So that's a concerning thing, because that means they still have it. You didn't survive it. They just didn't want to pop it on you.
Yeah,
And now
you're
up
not
to your
worth
tier
it.
You're up to tier 2. They're like, we'll save it for when Prim walks up and just has to face check us. I mean, up to tier 2s now. One Baron wave. They're not super well synced, but that's not an issue as Prim. Dropping in, the ball is
they
early.
mistimed it.
It's mistimed, and that's just salt in the wound, given how this game is going right now. Nice 3-man scatter of the week. The Pop Blossom is going to find 2 more on top of it. And that is, for real this time, all she wrote. Double for Watercat, and you can already see P-Dog's waiting to get into the next lobby.
Yeah, he's left this one. He's getting ready. He's got the reset going. We're loading up the YouTube playlist of the anti-tilt music. That was a dominant win. There's no like ifs, ands,
Very.
or buts. There was no chance. It felt like at any point in this game. I thought this game was going to go late. I thought there wouldn't be that big of a jungle difference or anything like that. But there was just no control at all. And with the winning lanes that Mint was able to draft, just felt like the game was over.
Oof. I mean, everything that could have went wrong, everything that possibly could have gone wrong there for Strawberry Noctis did. The Sivir did not get ahead. They got thoroughly poked out in lane, and Ezreal got a big first blood on a play that probably shouldn't have given them first blood. Loveless not respecting the level 2 damage, honestly. They didn't get a good use out of their first paranoia, so they were kind of just off, didn't get the acceleration they needed on the Nocturne. Shen was ahead, but Shen is not a win con unless your name is Broken Blade, unfortunately. Soul fell behind pretty early after a nice opening revenge kill for what happened in top lane. But then the wheels fell off the bus. Ezreal took off. Watercat woke up. And really, it was only you're killing Espada and Codis. That's not really worth anything.
Yeah, I mean, even when they had that big kind of team fight towards that third dragon after it had spawned, and they got that kind of way back in, and there's a look for Strawberry, and I went, oh, they just have to get a fight where they're able to kind of drag things out. They never got it. They never had a clean engage, right? They never got they never got the combo. Soul and Prim were just never on the same page. Like, that is a really tight timing window. But my thought is, if you're playing Nocturne Ori, that is something you can go into the practice tool together and just do that for 15 minutes together and make sure that the timing's right on it, because it is a tight window, but you have to have it down. So it's a bad look for Strawberry Noctis and a pretty big win here for Mint. So we'll have to see when we head into draft what Strawberry is going to decide to do, what side they are going to take, if they want to go to blue and get one of these priority picks for themselves, or if they want to cook it on red and get some counter picks. We'll have to wait and see, guys. We'll be back in the draft in just a couple minutes.
Said I might be big in the game like she went and got them breast implants. I said I'm moving too fast, didn't even get a glance. I'm ready to eat up track like I'm seated in a restaurant. If you had swag like mine, you know it's best to flaunt. We aren't hating because you aren't shining like it's neon, rock like kings of Leon. Shooting stars across the galaxy. I stand out, so don't be mad at me. Infiltrate, I'm with my strategy. When I turn up, them amateurs have to leave. Shooting stars across the galaxy. I stand out, so don't be Yeah, yeah, yeah. Shooting, shooting. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Shooting, shooting. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Shooting, shooting. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Shooting shots. Shooting stars. Shooting stars. Shooting stars. Shooting stars. Didn't even get to cross. I said I'm moving too far. Get to glass.
And we are back with game number 2 after a win that we didn't really predict would happen for the Mint Ruchas Roosters. And now Strawberry Noctis facing an 0-1 start to the Emerald season.
Well, they haven't lost the season yet, Kimchi, but they've lost their first game. So we'll have to see how this one plays out as we continue. You have to remember, this is BOL. Every point does matter with the 7 weeks that you play. Not quite the same level as that last kind of condensed season we had last year that was kind of fun and more similar to that Worlds format. We are back to the 7 weeks of regular season split. Top 4 teams in each group are going to be going to playoffs. A lot of people have these 2 teams kind of pegged as number 1 and 2 in the division. So it'll be interesting to see if these things kind of play out. If Strawberry is this good, or is this Mint team just that dominant? We'll have to see. Strawberry decided they wanted to stick on red side.
Ooh.
First pick Nami, okay.
Once again, I'm spamming the Nami this season. She is so broken even after her nerfs. Just like the Nico, don't love first picking the Nami just because, at least with Nico, there's a pretty wide range. Nami has like 3 ADCs she primarily works with.
Yeah.
And one of them's already gone. That Lucian yoinked already. I mean, if they get Corki, it could work, as we're seeing a Lee Sin R1 from Strawberry. So getting that aggressive jungler nice and early.
Yeah, so kind of speaking of like former ADC players, like I remember Prim as an ADC player from when I saw them, when I played against them in Emerald, like 5 seasons ago or something like that. They are the jungler for the Strawberry Noctis team, and Lee Sin is his highest mastery champion, so just going for some of the comfort. Azir, the most played champion here for Soul of Ghost as well. I think he has like 80 games on it this season or something like that.
That's good.
So definitely a comfort kind of coming out here for the side of Strawberry Noctis. We're thinking maybe that they just weren't as practiced on those 2 picks. But here's the kind of Water Cat classic counter pick. It's Vigar.
Nasty counter pick.
Yeah.
Put him in the cage. What are they going to do? You can't insect. You can't shuffle away from this one. You are stuck in place as Veigar beats you over the head with his magic. That is totally powerful and real.
Okay, it is going to be Corki, so I was going to say, I don't know bot lane pairings that well, but I'm pretty sure that that Draven really likes Nami as well. It isn't
Draven
just
does
the
love
Corki.
his Nami, but Corki loves it more.
Yeah, that's fair.
What's the final? I mean, what's the round out here? Because you're gonna lose either your ADC or your support in some capacity to bans if you're Strawberry. They're just gonna get the top lane. Okay, so they're just throwing the bot lane out. They're saying we're getting our top half all set up so we have our engage. Like, I mean, good start. They have engage. That's better than last game. They have like engage that is not reliant on another person, but they are forfeiting all bot draft priority now.
Yeah, we're also not counter-picking mid or top lane with our red side pick. We have forfeited both of those.
There's no counter-pick now. This is awkward.
Yeah, I was about to say we're counter-picking support. That's already been on the tables since round 1. Like, I don't know about this one.
That is the big concern here. Is both sides do have to not counterpick something. Obviously, that's how a snake draft works. But now you've just forfeited all your big counter tools. Like, you already got countered in mid. You're going to get countered in top lane by, I don't even know, probably like Cassante or something.
Yeah, I feel like
Jinx? I mean, that's... They could have took Caitlyn.
Yeah, I don't know about that one either. Ornn here, the current hover doesn't feel
I
that
don't like-
great into Gnar, but like,
Yeah. I mean, it wins
It's
in the
just-
long run.
yeah, it's just that thing of you win in the long run and your team needs engage. So, sorry, Espada, back to tank duty, buddy.
And not even winning tank duty. Like, that was the worst
Yeah.
part. Like, the Shen Sion matchup can go in the Sion's favor in terms of, like, winning the lane, besides in the tank way of just getting push. This one, you don't win. You just lose lane in all facets. You don't get push. You get to not play the game for a long time. Espada's going to be so bored. You're literally here to ult and upgrade things.
Yeah, and that's pretty much it. I wonder if we're gonna go the Airy thing on Ornn.
Ooh.
That used to be like the tech is you like rush the Thorn item and you just take Airy so that whenever Gnar autos you, he just hurts himself and then you can kind of poke him out that way.
Okay, Jinx Lulu.
Okay.
It's a good bot pairing, but it's not...
It's not a good pairing in this game.
I don't know. I mean, you see they're going heavy engage. Like, Corki, Ornn, Wukong, very go... Okay, they didn't have the Ornn and the Wukong there, so I guess ignore that. But even with the Corki just showing, Corki Nami, you just don't want to trade them. Or you want to be able to trade them very easily, so you just take the Caitlyn. Or, like, Varus is gone, so obviously Varus isn't an option. Like, you take a trade champion. Like, I guess you could take the... don't take Yunara. That's a bad one. Sorry, I'm trying to run through my bot lane matchups, but, like, Kate's there. Just outrange them, force them to go into you, and then you just take a lock. Like, you don't even have a tank. It's not like you drafted a tank support anyways. Just take Caitlyn Lux here. They jump onto you. You Q them, trap them, blow them up.
Yeah, I think the Strawberry team's kind of ugly. It's all on Prim, right? We need to see the Lee Sin game of the gods. This is one of those things that Lee Sin can do stuff early. Wukong, the Monkey King, as it's shown down there on Drafter, not very much like the Nocturne that we saw last game. Jake is just going to be power farming till 6. He is not leaving the jungle for ganks or anything. You can get a little bit of like the Warrior Trickster over the wall with that brief bit of stealth to like get on top of someone, but it's not like you have any like CC or anything to like set something up. You can get a slow auto attacks, but like that's not going to set up Vigar Cage or anything to land. So it's like it's on Prim because I don't think his lane matchups are very good. Sure, Gnar is going to have push, but Azir into Vigar is not great for Azir. He generally has to stand still to auto attack, which means he's going to get stacked by Vigar and Water Cat on that pick. So I don't like this Strawberry draft at all. I like this Mint draft a lot more. It's full caster curse time. Mint win. Let's get into game 3.
Mint win. Let's go home.
Yeah.
But that means we're probably going to game 3. Given how last game went, the exact opposite thing happened. So I can only assume somehow they find a way to win the Jinx Corki matchup with the Lulu.
Yeah, I just feel like they have, while they do have a winning top and they have a proactive jungle, I'm just not sure how the rest of these lanes are going to go. I just can't see how Jinx Lulu are going to be able to auto attack in these team fights. I don't see a world in which Jinx is able to pop off and get any sort of like get excited procs and be able to freely auto. I think it's just going to be people diving on top of her and killing her over and over and over again. But
Even in
we'll have,
lane,
yeah,
I mean-
but we just have to wait and see.
I guess.
We do have the draft kind of finished here. We are waiting for Spectale and things like that to be going, but it's that thing of, is Mint going to be able to close this series out and take the clean 2-0 to start the season, or is Strawberry Noctis with some of their comfort picks and general team fighting kind of utility going to be able to take this one? We'll have to wait and see, guys. Just come back for game 2 in a couple minutes.
Sorry for the caster curse.
Now
And it's time for game number 2. The drafting is over, the spec delay is over, and hopefully there are no pauses. I would really appreciate it if just one smooth rollout of a game happens.
Yeah, looking like it so far.
Oh, yes.
I was right. This is Summon Airy Orn top.
Oh, baby.
So-
I'm just hoping that he kills himself strategy as, okay, Soul is taking an insane amount of damage here. You do not outtrade a Vhagar ever, actually, as Azir. You are not a poke champ. You are a very sustained damage champ. Ah, that's why there was a pause. I see.
So
I lied.
hopefully Soul's going to be okay here because Watercat is what 4-5 stacks of Phenomenal Evil already. That's pretty
something
big.
like that.
Yeah,
5
Damn.
free AP already.
Missed that one, but who cares? That's more than you wanting to get. But let's see. We were kind of really thinking that Domination and Loveless are going to lose this bot lane. So far, looking okay early on, but 6-7 Omonorexia need those couple of points that they can kind of get aggressive in their face.
I'm telling you, level 2 is going to go crazy here.
Yeah, so this is kind of how this works as a spotter. So you Q-max on Ornn, and you're going to build Bramble
always
Vest
Q-max
Ace
anyways?
off. No.
You W max.
Yeah, W max is almost always correct for Ornn.
You should E max.
Actually, E is better than Q, putting points into Q. You generally max Q last.
Max E first. It's very useful, totally.
Yeah. It's
Upgrade
it's
your
not
conditional
terrible.
spell. It isn't,
I've-
but it's too conditional.
Yeah. Okay,
Let's see,
so
pretty chill.
pretty chill. Yeah, in this early game, we saw first reset coming through here after Jake finishes his bot side quadrants. Made sure to reset early so he doesn't get invaded by Prim here at all in any way. Wanted to make sure that he was healthy, get that additional AD in case there's some sort of early fight here. I was kind of expecting Prim to go for something early on. Hasn't really done anything yet here. We'll mention blue sight for him. Don't know if that's normal for Lee Sin.
Pathing up into a pushing lane is generally good, and there's the engage coming through. Just not going to be enough damage, though, but they do get the heal out. Still barrier and flash available for domination, so it's not completely over. It's just mostly over.
Spada?
I don't know what he saw in that play, because you're never punishing a Gnar anyways from that position.
Yeah, he was real close on that level up timer to dying here. Also kind of shocked that we're not seeing the Dorn's bow from P-Dog here in the top lane. I thought this would be like one of the only matchups ever where you would want that.
I could still see the HP being more valuable to allow more aggressive trading.
Okay. Fair. But we
It's
do see...
pretty much, we're exclusively going to see it on ADCs, I swear. And maybe some weird, I don't know, Echo build in the future or something.
Do see Prim is looking for something towards this top side here. Jake just finished his clear. Don't think he's really going to go for anything here as Wukong. Probably just going to take his reset here. Doesn't have to. His Raptors are respawned. That is kind of that benefit of taking that early respawn as your camps will cycle. And you don't have to reset later as well. But you can see Prim has the double buy in.
I've never seen, that's a lie, I've seen so many players try to hold the wave and then tank a tower shot by accident. But it's not me, so who cares? And they're resetting, so it really didn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay, we have Roa coming through for water eventually. Obviously, did not get the legendary 4-minute Roa, just the components are being started.
Yeah.
Is this gonna be Nashor's Dusk and Dawn for Soul is my question, actually.
Sorry, for who?
For, I guess, I don't know. I don't know Azir builds that well. I feel like he can utilize Dusk and Dawn, though. But maybe he can't. Maybe he's not too much of a spell weaver.
Yeah, your cooldowns are generally pretty long. I'm also weirded out that there's a rejuve beat in Espada's inventory.
Warmogs? Or even worse, Heartsteel. That would be even worse, actually.
Yeah, I
don't know. I don't even know anymore. I'm seeing a rejuve bead with a with an armor cloth. Or with cloth armor. I don't know. Flash out of domination. There is, yeah. That's the gameplay loop that you get when you face Corki. You get W'd on, and then you get yelled at by some old man.
Yep. The Earth, the Manatee beckons forth, gets those explosions off.
Earth deems it.
Yep. See, Prim is starting here on this Chemtech Drake, or is hovering around. Don't know if he's actually hitting that. Looks like he is. There
He
we
is.
go. So that is the first dragon of the game, at least going down for the side of
That's
Strawberry.
something. Better than
Yeah.
that. Literally infinitely more dragons than last game for them. So,
Yeah.
progress.
Yep. But Wukong getting towards his Trinity Force, has his Sheen done already. Gonna get a couple of long swords in there. Interested to see what Prim is gonna build. If it's the standard kind of bruiser items, are we going forward Sundered Sky? Is it lethality Lee Sin
Oh,
in
no.
the jungle? I don't know.
We do have the
Bramble
Bramble Vest
Vest.
finish. Good news.
Yes. Okay, so now whenever Nar autos us, it's gonna proc summon Airy, as well as I believe it, and then you just poke him down with Qs. So can we check? Is he maxing Q for me?
No, he's going to max the W.
Okay. So Espada doesn't know how this works. That's fine.
I mean, I'm assuming he's not going to finish Thornmill, as no one ever does. Ooh, the trap's
Yeah.
just too late. There's the stun coming through with the bubble. Barrier forced out of Monaxia as Watercat gonna get shuffled, flashes back over the wall. Kick, Q connected. Prim's gonna pick up first blood on the aggressive combo in the mid lane. And
Yeah.
things are looking up.
Yeah, we got a pretty great shuffle there. Domination is looking like he's going to die. So he
Doesn't.
is going to take. Oh,
Oh, maybe does. No, doesn't. Shouldn't.
okay.
Never know with these players.
Yeah. So hey, we got a kill onto Lee Sin. That's pretty big. That's kind of in some ways who you want your kills to be on early, because he is going to be your big mid game carry and needs to be making some plays. Hopefully we
Swifty
see a play coming out for soon. That's weird why we have rushed Swifties.
I don't love Swifties. I don't like Boots Rush on most champions.
Okay.
Just really weird.
al-
You get no stats. It's not even armor boots or anything.
Yeah, I also
It's
don't know why
anti-slow.
we have. Yeah.
It's anti-slow boots of all things into just the Ornn, and I guess Nami technically, but you get so barely slowed by Nami, it doesn't even count.
Hey, you get slowed by those honey fruit too. It gets back to lane faster.
Unless it's Chemtech Soul. Oh, it can't be. Oh, this is all tech. This is all tech. I really don't.
Yeah, I don't know what we're rushing here as well. Generally, it's Black Cleaver on Gnar or Trinity Force. One of those two is kind
Two
of the
swords.
standard. Two swords do build into both of those, I believe.
Could be
so-
anything. It could be almost
Yeah.
any item in the game at this point.
Yeah, could even be Sundered Sky or something if you wanted to.
Okay, Cole. It's fine. Not Cole third back is fine if you had a pickaxe. So you had a reason. As we are just we're just throwing things at each other in the top lane. I think 2 spells were hit there.
Yeah. Also, Espada, you have Thornmail, so you don't freeze this wave. You need a 5th minion to get a freeze going. But anyway,
It's top lane. Who cares?
yeah, exactly. Prim finishing that topside scuttle crab there has gotten both of those compared to Espada. I'm gonna finish this crab out here. Maybe you can look for a play. Espada Jake notably is 6 now, so does have that Wukong ult available. The Cyclone can look for some sort of play.
God.
Is there gonna be a bot lane dive? That's where he's going. Okay, runs over
Spotted.
a ward. Yeah.
Spada's not really following the rule of the build. No Qmax is just taking heavy trades from Gnar. Like, not light
Yeah.
auto trades that he returns. He's not returning any of the trades, actually. At least well. He's returned them. I don't think I would call them good trades, though.
Okay, it's Profane Rush Lee Sin. Profane Hydra.
Lethality Lee Sin it is.
Yeah. All right, Prim. I mean, that's a choice, but it means you have to carry. So I'm
You
expecting
are
you.
the ultimate carry now.
The Q needs to commit, and it's 50 seconds to your next dragon. Hopefully we can get some sort of gank going. We could maybe look to punish Watercat because, his flash is down. Maybe try and get some sort of play for your bot lane, get domination ability to push out and join you for this dragon fight. Hopefully we do not just continue to cycle, because we do not have boots or anything like that, so it is a little hard for us to be getting around right now.
Okay, Roa finished, so we'll have a 20-minute Roa, like, because this was just a super peaceful lane as opposed to whatever happened last game. Both these laners finish out pretty quick on their first items. As Espada is getting slapped around. Okay. This is not going to plan. P-Dog. Oh, no. Okay, it's all going downhill. Does get the Searing Charge, or Searing Charge buffer, so doesn't tank a Gnarled, at least. Because that might have killed him, actually.
Yeah, I think he's rushing.
Is he rushing the Thorn Whip? No, he's rushing
No.
Heartsteel, I would assume.
That's also Warmogs as well. He might be just doing that. I hope not.
Hope not, because I think that it is a rite of passage for every player building HP specifically to learn that you can't rush Warmogs, as here comes the Ornhorn. There's no ulti available for P-Dog, so has to burn his flash actually to survive this play. Please, I'd rather take the Heartsteel. I don't even think it's that good this game, but it's better than a Warmogs rush with no HP.
Okay, but Strawberry started the second dragon up. They had the prio in some ways, but it's now faded over to the side of Mint. You can see there is minions disappearing into this bot wave. We'll show them all here, looking for an engage. Scuttle fight, maybe?
Nah, it's going to come down to a 50-50, and it's just going to be smited really quickly, so they have that vision. They have the technical speed boost if they really want to take it. Prim lands the Sonic Wave, no resonating strike, sorry. As Drake is restarted, actually. Are they just going to steal it? Is the question. Watercat's at 50%. And Tidal Wave comes out, only going to connect onto one, and there's the engage. Nice shove away, but the cage catches 3. Can they capitalize on this? Prim goes down. Nice attempt, I guess, to turn something, but it's just they don't have the prio. Espada's down here now. Good cancel on the charge away from Soul of Ghost. It's going to be Espada picking up that one with, of course, the most important thing, the Bramble. Is there a response here? We'll show them all. Jumps onto Domination as there's the Gnar. Can they land a big ulti? They'll find 2. Domination surviving just on the barrier at this point. But P-Dog is gone. Domination, stop throwing auto attacks, please. Espada runs away, actually saves the ADC from themselves, but it is still a negative trade on the side of Strawberry Noctis.
Yeah, just weren't able to get in there. Just a little bit of that spike. They're still not that far in it, right? Prim was just caught out, basically. Was unable to make any sort of plays. Still has his flash up and things like that. Wasn't able to get any sort of insect play there. And yeah, Domination and Loveless just feel like they're not on the same level of Monaxia and Codis. They're just not able to get any push or anything like that so far this game. And they haven't been able to be effective like that. And I swear to God, this item is a trap. There's an Ardent Center on my Lulu. I am not happy about this.
Ardent Sensor Rush can work. I mean, what else are you going to rush in this situation is the question, with a Jinx specifically as well. Like
I feel like the CC item, whatever that, Mikhail's, is still quite useful.
It could be. There's not the best CC for it in this comp. It's really just for Nami Bubble. Like,
yeah.
Unless you... I mean, it does allow...
the run through cage.
It allows someone to run through cage, which is really nice. But that also requires them to stun themselves. And I don't know if they have... We've seen the level of communication on the side of Strawberry Noctis. That requires a lot of coordination to only have one person run into cage, because it's not ARAM Mayhem. You don't get the AoE cleanse, unfortunately, which is so cool. As Loveless gets caught out, jukes away from the bubble, will survive a little bit. Tanks a big one, too. And okay, we're just surviving narrowly as there's a fight in mid lane.
Soul.
Primordial Burst. No, Soul just doesn't have enough damage, and it's going to be a solo bolo in mid. In exchange for grubs, they can't really dive. They do have Tidal Wave, actually. They're no heal.
They're gonna dive.
They're gonna dive eventually. Perfectly timed stun. Monaxia just waiting for the auto attacks, honestly, to come through, and that is a nice 2 kills in the bot. Actually, only 1. Loveless does escape barely, actually.
Yeah, and we can see Espada has finished his Warmogs.
I don't get this. Prim, narrow escape, but it's only for a little bit. Has to flash away. Huge shield coming through with the wild growth. So we'll get out from the 3v1 eventually. As Espada, so the tech is usually you build an extra Giant's Belt. If you're a Mundo player out there, you know this. Doran Shield does not give enough HP to trigger the Warmogs. As, ooh, P-Dog's tired, actually. Is going to get airborne here. Does Espada have the gap closing? Runs way too close to the wall there. P-Dog might have just killed himself. Unlike Domination, knows to stop throwing the auto attacks.
Yeah.
Will escape.
I mean, Espada didn't have flash there. Otherwise, that was a solo kill. He missed a couple of Brito procs. But this is kind of how this matchup goes. I feel most of the time is you just stack armor, and then Gnar just kind of doesn't have the damage to kill you for a while. It takes, till that kind of second, third item territory. But look at Kotis and how he's able to position. This is absolutely crazy.
Loveless maybe gets caught out. Was it a bait? As there's the flash out. Prim follows with the strike, and the Super Mega Death Rocket connects to get a big shutdown onto the Jinx.
Prim?
We'll show them all. Jake responds with a kill onto the Lulu. And it's support and jungler versus ADC and jungle. They're trying to get domination close enough, but they can't. It's a double kill for Jake. Tidal Wave comes through. Flash through the traps. And both sums are available for domination, but it's just not going to matter. It's a triple kill for the Monkey King in the bot lane, and it's 4-0 across the map.
Yeah, so I know what Domination was trying to do, right? He was trying to give distance so that Prim could get that ward hop onto him. I'm really hoping it was just a spectator bug or something, but that guy had a ward. There was a yellow trinket available to us. We could have just placed that down.
Oh, that is definitely not. And now it's a blue trinket, so it didn't matter anyways.
Yeah, so we could have just given our Lee Sin a hop target that way and maybe lived. But
communicate
no,
with your teammates. Why is Loveless face checking this? This is just positioning 101. This is positioning 101. Oh, we popped the wild growth. It's going to be back up, but that's just another kill fed over to Jake, who is already so accelerated in this game.
Yeah, this is our first tower going down here as well.
Second tower. Mid tower's been gone. Watercat destroyed that thing.
Oh, okay. Sorry. My mistake. We have our Crypt Bloom done as well as Watercat, as well as our Rod of Ages.
Watercat's been pushing P.
Yeah.
This is also... Watercat's been doing everything in this landing phase without a fully stacked Roa.
Yeah.
Like, this is... He got that solo kill with, like, a 4-stack Roa or something. As there's the Ornhorn coming through, but Prim on the other side of the wall. The kick will get him out of tower range, and it's a shutdown going over to the Lee Sin. Nice play there. At least it's something. But it's going to take a lot of those. It's a 5k gold deficit right now for the side of Strawberry Noctis. And Loveless just... Wrong place, wrong time, dude. You got to stop doing this.
I'm hoping we get our Bounty of Shame, maybe. Maybe that gets something for us. We can see those did downgrade there because the bounty was picked up there onto Espada in the top lane.
We're missing drifts. Okay, so we're just a little mental boomed, it seems. Maybe a little stressed out given the fact like this was supposed to be a big, obviously like heavy hitter game, and it's just not going the way you want it to.
Yeah, Sundered Sky is finished now, so we went Profane Hydra into Sundered Sky.
So we went a rush item into a rush item. As Cyclone comes out here, but it will just be pretty easily countered. Interesting situation. They get to steal the camps, I guess. Oh no. Oh, never mind. We missed a big one. Domination maybe has the damage here, and here comes P-Dog. The tidal wave not going to do nearly enough, and now Domination is excited but can't really get anywhere. The rest of the team is chasing down the Super Mega Death Rocket flashed away from, but the bubble not going to connect. Can they find more engaged? P-Dog has the Gnar available. He's just waiting to be able to jump forward. Prim, he doesn't have it. He used it. He missed it. As 6-7 is going to drop to 0-1 and 8. It's a huge shutdown onto the Nami of all characters. That's not normal. Watercat stunned him. They've gotten wrapped around on Prim. Gets the shutdown there onto the star mid laner of Ruchas Roosters. And... well, the 5k gold deficit is now a 2,500 gold deficit after a shenanigans-filled fight in mid.
Yeah, I mean, again, this might be the ticket back in for Strawberry. There's they had the way to force things. We're able to get some kills onto our Lee Sin. That should be some big pickups here from Prim. And it's just the case of, can we give fights where domination is able to auto attack? That's still what I'm worried about, because the 5v5s still haven't happened yet. And
They have Hex Optics now. That's going to be... it's going to help a lot.
He went Hex Optics first, and now he has his Phantom Dancer done. I hate that item a lot.
I don't know why they went PD here. It's
Yeah,
still kind of the worst of the 3 Zeal items.
Yeah, I feel like if you're going a Zeal item and you're playing Jinx, you want the
Runans.
bolts. Yeah, Runans.
You pretty much always go Runan second if you want a Zeal item, and if you don't, then even RFC would have been better, and that's not that good on Jinx either.
Okay.
No. It's an intriguing option. It does have its utility, but could have just went like IE second or Runans as mentioned earlier if they really wanted this.
Anyway, so we have 11 stacks left on our call here till we get our big cash out. Huge kills
100
worth of gold.
100 gold bonus. As we have upgraded, I didn't mention it yet, but we have upgraded Warmogs, and that makes me really sad.
Yeah, you don't get to choose the first Ornn upgrade for yourself, right? It just kind of happens generally.
It just upgrades whatever's in your first slot, or if you don't have anything in your first slot, your first item, your first legendary. And because we rushed Warmogs, it's Warmogs.
Yep. P-Dog also has the Trinity Force Black Cleaver combo, so now we can actually, like, do
Oh,
something.
the Naru actually runs out, so he has to flash away for the ulti. You saw he was positioning to cancel the ult outright, didn't get it. But now with the Black Cleaver, so much armor shred available. Espada is going to get solo boloed against the revenge kill. Somehow.
Yeah, couple of extra tower shots there from the side of P-Dog.
I don't think we needed to tank those. We didn't need to hop on his head. Could have just... whatever.
Hey, he got the kill. Otherwise,
Kill's
Espada would have gotten away, right? He would have.
I don't think so,
back
but
off.
sure.
But yeah, that's kind of exciting. There's 27 seconds left on this dragon spawning. So
here it is. Press passive.
Gonna see if we can get anything. Loveless.
Oh wow! Actually juked both spells. That is the scariest situation a Lulu could be in right there. Is
Ghost?
Maybe looking for an engage. Holy cow! That is a lot of damage. Soul was fishing for the Shuriman and Shuffle, found a clone, so he couldn't do anything with it, and just dies for it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, at least we have gotten one Drake here, right? We can see that. So we're able to get our TP to the side lane is P-Dog, and maybe we're able to overload here onto Espada, who's not that tanky, just has a little bit of armor.
The yard sale?
Yeah.
This is what we in the business call the yard sale. You got a bunch of components, as doesn't get the stun actually off of the Gnarl. Maybe this is the chance for Espada to turn this fight.
Yeah, but Waxi and everybody's here.
Oh. Waxi is here, as they're going to be able to cancel this. They don't cancel it. They mistime the kick, so he gets it anyways, and it's a double for the Corki.
Yeah. That's Baron. That's not good.
That's a lot.
I think we might have just lost our
Loveless
comeback opportunity.
Might be dead here. Ooh, doesn't get the big drop from the sky. And Domination is playing hyper-aggressive positioning here. Gets in the cage. Now's when you would want to cleanse, but they don't have it yet. They're still building it. And it's a double for Watercat on the Veigar. And it's gone from possibly winnable to very likely out of reach in just a matter of 2 minutes.
Can you hover over Ardent Sensor? Does it tell us how much damage it's done?
Yes, not much.
199.
They haven't gotten to do anything with it, and it's just... like, you're not team fighting, so why do you have it is the correct answer. Like, your question is probably, why do we have it? And we're not team fighting, so it has no value.
All right.
Oh, that's a 25-minute death cap.
Yeah, Watercat's just a little fed as Veigar. It's nothing to... He's only level 17, guys. It's fine.
He only has 300 bonus AP. He's only at 800. He's only at 841. Holy crap.
Yeah.
And growing.
Yeah. Good. Loveless also has blue buff now, so that'll get
Okay, we have
transferred
McHale's
over to
now. Good.
Watercat. I hit it. That's actually a pretty big pickup. We don't have our
That
E,
is.
unfortunately. Does domination.
Prim doesn't get out. Flash Cyclone to follow, and he can't even find the spot to flash at. He gets knocked out of it real quick. It's another kill going over to Wukong here.
Yeah. I don't know what this strawberry team's gonna do. I think they're just gonna lose. I mean,
They're gonna try their damnedest, is what I'm guessing. They do. Point blank. Okay, now we're just doing things for the hell of it. As Loveless again caught out like every time. Why are we this far forward as Lulu? As the shuffle finds the Nami. I did not think that was going to be in range, but it does have a very funky back hitbox. Tidal Wave not going to connect really with anything, but it will give enough time for Watercat to trade the Nami's life. And the excitement is wasted, actually. As Soul is just very dead. Monoxia goes way too far forwards and has to burn his own flash there.
Yeah, and I'm really wishing Loveless didn't panic McHale's himself in that fight there. Because I think if he had have been able to keep that, there would have been an opportunity for domination to look for something here. But
actually be able to find this wraparound? Hold on.
Yeah. I think he's just
They do have Dragon's Fury. Oh my goodness, that's just an ulti. Instantly onto the Lulu, but it's going to be a big shutdown. That was a 9-2-2 Veigar, so that's, I believe, a full 1k gold shutdown going into the pocket of domination here.
Yeah, so he's going to be able to get his Infinity Edge here, start building towards that last Whisper or something, hopefully. Gets that fully done as well, so that's a pretty big spike completed now for them. But Trinity Force, Muramana, and the fully upgraded Last Whisper, the LDR done.
And I believe this is IE coming in on top of it soon.
Yeah. And we can see Watercat built the Dead Man's play.
Yes.
Is on the full, I have enough damage now, I'm Veigar, I now build tank items play, which you always love to see come out.
I love seeing my battle mage. I love seeing my battle mage play like Silas. Oh no. That's not the ward hop you wanted. 3-man Ornhorn comes in. Is there any follow-up? Manaxia making sure there is. Domination just going to be able to get out of there with the wild growth. Very well timed to barely get your ADC out. Maybe they have enough damage, but they don't have any lifesteal, so they will kill themselves before they kill the Ornn. Is a Spada going in. Why would you solo shuffle a... No, don't ever solo shuffle an Ornn that you're not going to follow up any damage on as well. Like, did not have any soldiers, may I remind you, on top of him, so he didn't get any damage down. You just shoved him into tower.
Okay, so 10 seconds here until the soul of the game spawns.
And we don't have the Shuriken Shuffle available. I wonder why.
Yeah. But Prim has ults. We do have the Dragon's Rage available to us.
So he's a little tanky.
Prim also not anywhere close to upgrading himself, like getting that Narbar full. Just kind of throwing some Qs out here. Hopefully he's able to stack up on something so that he can maybe get a Miracle Gnar off.
Loveless is just caught here again as Soul is already forced back. The Event Horizon just creating this line in the sand that they just cannot find a way to cross.
Yeah, but there's no Ornhorn here for a Spada. It's another 50
they have no health
or so.
There's no health and no engage on the side of Strawberry. They finally get it, but the fight's already over. P-Dog stuck in the cage, doesn't even find a stun with the Gnar ulti, and Prim jumping in, trying to find anything that he can, but he's just gonna die to the Ornn ult. The call of the Forge God has called, and he says he wants your lives, he wants your bodies in a bag, and it's gonna be another one. 11-12 for Watercat now as they pick up a double kill. And the remaining members of Strawberry Noctis scattered to the winds. And... oh, now make it 12. Sorry, he was always on 9. I just can't count. But I think Ruchas Roosters are going to be counting this victory. And it's going to count as 1, unfortunately. It feels like it should count for more given how they've played, but...
yeah, absolute dominance from this Mint team coming in here. The Ruchas Roosters just absolutely disrespecting these guys. I don't even think there was never a point in this game where Ruchas Roosters had a gold lead.
They didn't have a lead. Nope. Not throughout the entire series. They got first blood, so they probably had a slight gold lead for probably like 2 minutes before it was ripped away from the bot play. that's about it. Like, that's the smallest of victories. You had like a 500 gold lead at some point in this series.
Yeah. Really well played from them. I from Mint, right? As much as you can see the damage there from P Dog. He really got to beat up on Orn. He really
Oh, I
did
love
auto
that.
attack Espada a lot. Um, I don't feel like he played especially well. There wasn't any really crazy Nars or anything I saw like that. Prim as much as he got like a couple of shutdowns, he wasn't able to convert with them. You can see he did
7k damage.
he did
Ugh.
less damage than the normal. Yeah.
Less than the Nami with 90 AP.
Yeah. But as far as players of the game, I think, and player of the series, I feel like Watercat was probably my player of the game there
Pretty easy
in
one.
that game too. He did absolutely incredible as that Vigar. Those cages just felt like it made it absolutely impossible for this Strawberry Noctis team to get anywhere near a team fight. Was able to just ult people over and over again and one shot them. Those are the Vigar games you kind of dream of where you just get fed and it looks so easy. But game one, who was your MVP? I'm thinking it was Codus. He had a lot of
I
really,
am
really great pop
leaning on.
blossoms in that game.
I mean, the pop blossom that ended the game, even though they were already
Yeah,
thoroughly ahead, that 5-man pop blossom that just gave them soul into Baron, into game end. You can't really get a better play than the flank that they pushed you off of, and then you get it anyways.
yeah. So that would be my player of the game in game one would have been Codus, aka 6-7.
Boo.
Yeah. Oh, funny. uh,
Oh boy.
but anyway, Watercat for game two, player of the game, player of the series. Do you have somebody, Kimchi? I think like Moaxia played incredibly well throughout
Manaxia
those
played really
games.
well both games. I think obviously everyone played pretty well both
Yeah,
games. I think I have. Do I want to? I think Watercat gets it. That game two carry was insane. Just not just the
sure.
damage as well, but you mentioned like such great cages as well, just to perfectly position Strawberry Noctis however they wanted to. It's just a good Vagar, a great Vagar like Watercat can completely just take over a game in so many weird ways that you don't expect. I mean, we have a dead man's plate because he has 1k off of just passive and 3 items.
Yeah, sure. I'm down for that. I think they played really well in game one as well. So, player of the series for Watercat. Um, I don't think there's very much else to discuss. Just a pretty dominant
Nope.
win for Mint Rinchu's Roosters. So, I think from everyone here, myself, Kimchi, Pop Tart on the
Pop-Tart!
as well being our producer. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. And for all of those, just enjoy the summer. So, we will see you
Oh
guys.
yeah.
I think we have premiere on tomorrow, right?
We have premiere tomorrow and I'm gonna be there. So
Yeah.
be there or I'll be sad.
All right. Thank you once again, guys, for joining us. Have a good rest of your weekend.